How does a set of behavioral ratings become a pass or fail? The scoring algorithm has 4 steps. Once you see them, you'll never find them mysterious again. 4 steps. That's it. Average within each competency. Average those averages. Transform the result. Compare to the threshold. Simple math. But the implications are significant. Understanding how the numbers work helps you see where a coach's strengths carry them and where a single weak competency drags everything down. Follow the flow on screen. Start at the bottom. You have individual ratings for each behavioral statement within a competency. Average those to get a competency score. Then average all 6 competency scores to get the raw total. Then the transformation, subtract 1, multiply by 2, then compare the transformed score to 2.8. At or above, pass. Below does not meet the standard. Let's work through an example. Here are ratings for all 6 competencies. C3 has 4 statements, rated 3, 323, average 275. C4, 333, average 3.2. C5, 323, average 267. C6, 33, NA. And here's a key point. That NA is excluded from the average entirely. So C6 averages 3.0 from 2 ratings, not 2.0 from 3. C7, 2, 3, 2, average 2.33. C8, 3, 3, 3, average 3.0. Step 2, average the 6 competency scores. 2.75 plus 3.0 plus 2.67 plus 3.0 plus 2.33 plus 3.0. Divide by 6, total raw score 2.79. Step 3, transform the raw score. Subtract 1, then multiply by 2. 2.79 minus 1 equals 1.79. Times 2 equals 3.58. That's the transformed score. The transformation stretches the scale to make differences more visible. Step 4, compare to the threshold. 3.58 is at or above 2.8. Result, pass. The 2.8 threshold isn't arbitrary. It corresponds roughly to consistent demonstration at the meets the standard level across competencies. Not perfect, not exceptional. Competent at the ACC level. Let me come back to NA handling because it matters more than people realize. In our example, C6 had ratings of 3, 3, and NA. The average was 3.0 based on 2 ratings. If that NA had been treated as a 0, the average would have been 2.0, and the total raw score would have dropped. NA means the behavior had no opportunity to appear. It does not mean the coach failed to demonstrate it. Treating NA as 0 is one of the most common scoring errors, and it creates false failures. Now, the one hard gate in the system, Competency 1, Ethics. C1 doesn't use the 4-point scale. It has 2 binary qualifiers, alignment with the code of ethics and alignment with the role of coach. Both must be marked observed. If either qualifier is not observed, the session fails, regardless of the numerical score on C3 through C8. You could score a 4.0 transformed and still fail if C1 isn't clear. Ethics is the one thing you can't average your way out of. In practice, this rarely happens, but it's the one absolute rule in the system. Now watch what happens when one competency drops significantly. Same example, but C7 drops to 121, average 133, new total raw score, 263, transformed, 326, still passes, 326 is above 2.8. But C7 at 133 is a clear developmental priority. Drop it further and the total falls below the threshold. That's why consistency across competencies matters. One strong competency can carry the average up, but one very weak competency can pull everything down. You won't score your MC clients. This isn't a test you administer, but understanding the math helps you say, based on what I observed, your competency 7 is the area that would most benefit from focus. Here's why. The scoring algorithm informs your developmental conversation without becoming it. It gives you calibration. It helps you understand the relative weight of different competencies in a coach's overall profile. And it helps you answer the question every MC client eventually asks, where do I stand? 4 steps: average within, average across, transform, compare. Simple math with significant implications. You can calculate the score, but a score by itself is just a number. What does a 2.33 in competency 7 actually mean for the coach's development? That's where the score becomes a conversation, and that's next.